Hi everyone, happy Tuesday. Welcome to your reading lesson. I'm going to share my screen and we're going to have a look at our task from yesterday. So last week when I did the videos, I took up the answers to them at the end of the video. This week, we're going to make it a little more challenging and challenge you to do a bit more learning on your own at home. And I'm going to take up the answers from the day before at the start of our video today. So you can pull out your work that you did yesterday and have it in front of you. And we're going to have a little check to see how we did yesterday. So we were looking at vocabulary and we had saucepan, fridge, packet, and tin. Now, challenge one was, can you find those words in the story? Challenge two was, can you draw a picture of those words? And challenge three was, can you write a caption to explain what those words mean? So we're going to have a look. We did saucepan already together. There's my picture of a saucepan, and we said it was something you could cook food in. Looking at the fridge, a fridge is a cold place to store food. Packet is a plastic bag to keep food in. So think of a crisp packet. It's made of a type of plastic, and we usually have to rip it open. You might be able to think of other things besides crisp that you would find in a packet. So that's okay if you drew a picture of something different. And a tin is a metal container for holding food. So in my tin, I put beans because beans are in a tin. And with tins, you need an adult will usually need to use a special opener to open it up. So I've got a picture and a little caption for each of those words. Please check your own work and see if you have figured out what they all are and if you were able to write a caption for it. All right, now we're going to move on to our new work for today. So it's the 19th of January 2021, and today we're looking at retrieval. So we're going to retrieve from the text, just like how Stevie's a retriever. We're going to go into the text and pull out our work. So looking at the same two pages that we read yesterday, I'd like you to pause the screen now and have a go at reading that page. And then when you're done, I'm going to go to the next one. Marvelous. Okay. So he ate all the supper that was cooking in the saucepans, and all the food in the fridge, and all the packets and tins in the cupboard. All right, so just a little reminder, you can see our lovely retriever up here because retrievers will go and fetch. We throw a stick, they go and fetch it and bring it back to us. We're being good retrievers in our reading today. So how to retrieve. 1, be a word detective. Go back and find the clue words from the question in the text. So we're going to be looking for those clue words and going back to the text to find them. Step 2, read around the clues. So once you found the word, you want to read the whole sentence around it. Step 3, reflect. Think. Does that sentence answer your question? Can you find the answer in that sentence? And 4, check the pictures around it. If there's an illustration, it might give you a little bit of a clue. So those are 4 steps to help us with our retrieval. If you'd like to, you can pause the screen and maybe with an adult, you can write down those 4 steps because they'd be really handy to have up if you have a special learning space in your house where you're doing your work. If you want to keep your retrieval steps somewhere nearby, that would be a really good reminding because this is a skill that we're building all year in year 1 when we do our reading. So it's good to remember those strategies, have them nearby. Okay, we have 6 different questions today. And again, you don't need to write the whole question down. You can pause the screen and you can write the answer down if you like. You don't have to write the full question. Maybe if you have a really kind adult or older sibling who's helping you, they might write the question down for you beforehand. But if you write number 1 and then the answer to the question, that's perfectly fine. You don't need to write down the whole question as long as you know what it is, as long as you have it on your screen. So number 1. Find and copy a word that means a tool you can use to cook something on the stove. Find and copy a word that means a tool you can use to cook something on the stove. So you're looking for a word. You have to find it and copy it down. Number 2, what was cooking on the cooker? Was it A, breakfast, B, lunch, or C, dinner? So remember, you just have to write down number 2 and then the answer for it. If we were at school, we'd be circling them because we know that when we choose, we circle, but you can just write down the answer. That's okay. Number 3, another find and copy. Find and copy the word that means a cold place to keep your food fresh. A cold place to keep your food fresh. So all of your vocabulary from yesterday will be really handy today in answering your questions. Number 4, what did he eat from the fridge? What did he eat from the fridge? And just a reminder, year ones, all of your answers are going to be back in the text. So when you pause the video, you can go back to the text and see if you can find the answer in the story. Number 5, what didn't the tiger eat from the cupboard? And that's the important word in this. What didn't, did not, what did he not eat from the cupboard? Was it A, packets, B, bottles, or C, tins? What did he not eat from the cupboard? A, packets, B, bottles, or C, tins? And finally, number 6, we have a matching, but what I'd like you to do is draw a little picture and you can label the correct word underneath it. So match the word to its picture. So we have these 3 pictures, which you can draw some lovely pictures of or copy those out. And then packet, tin, and cooker. So it's going to be your job to label the picture with the correct word from the story. All right. Oops. So I'm going to go back to the story now, just so you're able to pause the video really clearly so you can look for your answers in the story and that page as well. Question page 1 for you to go to, and question page 2 for you to go to. I know it's a little bit easier to pause them when you don't have to zip back through the video too far. So I'm really looking forward to seeing your work today. I'm giving you a bit more of a chance. I want you to try it a bit more independently. So I've walked you through lots of the steps already, but now I want you to be looking back in the story to answer those questions. So just like you do at school, you're very, very independent at school. Have a little go at answering those questions. You can send in your work to me. And then tomorrow morning, before we start our new lesson, you can get your old work and we can take it up together with a different color pen. So kind of like what we do in school most of the time, which makes me feel a bit more like we're back at school a little bit. But I can't wait to see your work. I can't wait to see your independent retrieval. Remember to follow those retrieval steps. So go back and find the clue words from the question in the story. Number 2, read the whole sentence around the clues. Number 3, have a think. Did that sentence answer your question? And number 4, check the pictures because there might be some clues in the pictures around it. And I will see you tomorrow where we take up our answers. And yeah, happy retrieving today. I'll see you tomorrow.